Hello, my dear students. How are you feeling today? I hope you're feeling great and ready for our lesson. My name is Чолпон Каландарова and I'm your English teacher. Today we will talk about past simple. What is past simple tense and when do we use it? We use past simple when we want to talk about actions that were in the past. But how do we know that it is past simple? Usually, we form past simple by adding ed ending to the main verb. For example, we washed our car. In this example, we added ed ending to the verb wash to show that the action was completed in the past. There are particular words that will help you to identify. There are particular words that will help you to identify that it is past simple. They are so-called signal words. These are the signal words that are used most of the time, like yesterday, last night, last week, last weekend, last year, yesterday morning, 2 hours ago. Let's look at other examples to have a better idea about past simple tense. She cooked a pizza last week. Another example. I helped my mom yesterday. Okay, now we will learn new words. As usually, pay attention to the pronunciation and repeat the words after me aloud. To rain. To rain. It rained heavily yesterday. To smile. To smile. Let's see the words in the context. She smiled before saying hello. Move. Move. To change position. For example, he moved to another city. Travel. Travel. To make a journey. We traveled to Paris last month. Start. Start. I started to run. This is irregular verb and it has 3 forms. Take, took, taken. Take, took, taken. I took my dog for a walk yesterday. Become, became, become. Become, became, become. Begin to be. I wanted to become a doctor as a boy. Come, came, come. Come, came, come. Move or travel towards or into a place. For example, I came home very early. Let's have a closer look at the formation of past simple tense. First of all, we should have subject like I, you, we, they, he, she, it. Then we need a verb, for example, walk, and add an easy ending, and it becomes walked. Let's make a sentence. He walked his dog. But you need to know that sometimes we don't add just ed ending. It can change depending on your verb. For instance, if your verb has the letter E, we add only the letter D because we already have E. Let's look at examples. Dance, danced. Phone, phoned. She danced very well. However, if your verb ends in consonant and the letter Y, we take away the letter Y and put IED ending instead. For example, cry, cried. Study, studied. She studied a lot. Also, if your verb has one syllable and ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last consonant. For instance, travel, traveled. Shop, shopped. They traveled a lot. It's time to practice. Take your copybooks and pencil and get ready. Your task is to divide the given verbs above into 4 columns. In the first column, put the verbs that end in ed. In the second column, the verbs that end in d. In the third column, the words with IED ending. And in the last, one of the verbs with doubled consonants. And in the last one, the verbs with doubled consonants. Time is up. Let's check your answers. In the first column, helped, started, bringed, walked. And the second column, moved, phoned, smiled, and danced. And the third column, studied, cried. And in the last column, traveled, shopped. Good job. Students, did you know that the verbs with ed ending can sound differently with different verbs? No? Don't worry. Now we will learn about it by watching an interesting video.
Position of the suffix ed determines its sound. Ed is used to represent the past. My name's Ed. You can call me Ed, or you can call me D, or you can call me T. What sound will ed make? How do we know? The dead Ted strategy. When a root word ends with D or T, these two letters join ed. Land, landed. Start, started. Applaud, applauded.
James the pass, Ray Allen, bang!
The whisper strategy. When a whispered sound ends a root word, ed joins the word and a whispered t is heard. The whispered letters are K, CK, C, F, S, X, and P, SH, CH, and PH. K, F, S, X, P, Sh, Ch, F. Kick, kicked. ED makes the t sound. Pump, pumped. ED makes the t sound. Pitch, pitched. ED makes the t sound. The noisy strategy. When a noisy sound ends a root word, ed joins the word and a noisy d is heard. If the ending letter is heard with your voice, then ed as d is the choice. Roar, roared. Ed makes the d sound. Chew, chewed. Ed makes the d sound. Sneeze, sneezed. Ed makes the d sound. The popular suffix ed comes last to represent an action past. Find the letters that end the word to choose which ed sound is heard.
In this exercise, you should complete the sentences with the given verbs above in the past simple tense. For example, the whole day will be. Yes, it rained the whole day. The second one, they to a new city. Good job, they moved to a new city. Nurjan, before saying hello. The correct answer is Nurjan smiled before saying hello. We, our teacher to bring the chairs. That's right. We helped our teacher to bring the chairs. I learning English 3 years ago. Good job. I started learning English 3 years ago. Mark to another country with his friend. The correct answer is Mark traveled to another country with his friend. As you already know, we have two types of verbs. They are regular and irregular. We form past simple with regular verbs just by adding the ending ed. For instance, play, played. But it's different with irregular verbs. Irregular verbs have 3 forms, and to make a past simple tense, we use the second form of the verb. For example, the verb eat has 3 forms: eat, ate, and eaten. And we will take the second form, ate, to show that the action was completed in the past. For example, he went to bed early yesterday night. I did shopping last month. In this task, you need to match the given irregular verbs with their second forms. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's see the correct answers. Become, became. Write, wrote. Come, came. Go, went. Do, did. Read, read. Get, got. Have, had. Be, was, were. Take, took. In this exercise, you can see the past form of the irregular verbs like read, wrote, did, took, had, became, went, came, got, and was. Look at the sentence in the middle and choose the verb that fits this sentence. An interesting book yesterday. Yes, I read an interesting book yesterday. The next sentence, he to Germany last year. That's right. He went to Germany last year. It, very interesting lesson. It was very interesting lesson. We, an umbrella because it was raining yesterday. We took an umbrella because it was raining yesterday. He, for his exam this morning. He got A for his exam this morning. She, an email to her friend. She wrote an email to her friend. I to the park last week. I went to the park last week. They late for the class. They came late for the class. You are doing great, and I'm glad that you came so far. Now that's why you deserve to have a rest and watch a cartoon.
Good morning, Ariel. How are you? Great. Good morning, Grandma. How are you?
I'm fine. What did you do yesterday?
I went to the park.
Wow, she went to the park. What did you do there?
I met a prince. He was very kind.
How nice!
We flew kites. My kite flew high.
Great!
We made cookies for his friends.
How were they?
They were very delicious. We had a party. Dad is coming.
Good morning.
Ariel went to the park yesterday.
She met a prince there.
Did you?
I'm 16 years old.
All right. You can go to the park.
Let's do another exercise. Complete the sentence with an appropriate verb in the past simple. For example, yesterday evening I TV. What can we do with TV? That's right, watch. What should we do with the verb to make the sentence in the past simple? Yes, add ed ending. So it will be yesterday evening I watched TV. The rest of the sentences complete on your own. We played tennis last week. Today the weather is nice, but yesterday it rained. The concert last night started at 7 o'clock. The baby cried last night. They came to school very early. Children, let's revise what we have learned today. What was our topic today? That's right, it was past simple tense. So when do we use it? Yes, we use it when we want to talk about the actions in the past. So, and it forms by adding ed ending to the regular verb. But if we have irregular verb, we use its second form, right? Great. Thank you for coming. I'm wishing you to have a nice day. I'm your English teacher, Чулпон Каландарова. See you next time.